This week on the podcast, it's Justice Boys. It is the first episode of 2022, and I am super excited. We're going to be talking about Raycon headphones, and we have CES 2022, and of course, deals of the month. All of that and more in this week's episode of the podcast. Roll the intro. Beep. Hello and welcome to Next to Nothing, a podcast for gamers on a budget. I'm your host, Danny K. With me, as always, the wonderful, the beautiful, the Mr. Green. Green, how are you doing today?
Ooh, I'm still alive. I'm good. Cannot complain.
That's good.
Cannot complain.
Because none of us are going to listen anyways.
No one listens to my complaining anymore. I'm doing good though. I can't. Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing all right. As people can probably tell, I'm in a different location, and I am kind of still playing around with like my settings and stuff. I've been dealing with a new interesting noise that for the past week I haven't been able to figure out why I've been dealing with it. So you've even sent me a remedy that didn't eliminate the noise in my headphones, which has been super odd and interesting to deal with. Anyways. We're also joined by the Spooky and the Ookly. How you doing, Mendachi?
Man, I'm fucking ookly. I have just been having the strangest dreams. Last night I was mauled by a pack of dogs. Just feeling like it too. But we're getting by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the subject of dreams, like last night I had a really fucking this morning I had a really trippy fucking dream where like I like touched some woman's arm and like it sent me into the past and I affected the past. So it was like a vision. It was so weird. Like it blew my mind. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And like somehow it had Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai in it.
Oh, he's so good though.
And like it was just a fucking trip. I'm like, what the fuck is like I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Okay.
There was karate involved.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Good karate.
What a handsome man.
I mean Cobra Kai level karate, take that as you will.
Okay.
Pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good to be honest.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, guys, thanks for watching and listening to the show. If you miss any part of the show, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere podcasts are found. If you want to join us live, you guys can join us live on Twitch every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. If you want to be a part of the show, you can answer the question of the week, which I forgot to put in here, so I'm going to stall for a second. But our question of the week this week is going to be, what's the dumbest thing you saw at CES? What is the dumbest thing you saw at CES 2022?
There was a lot of dumb shit today that I saw in the wrap up.
Yeah, there's always dumb shit at CES. It's for those who haven't like ever looked at CES in the past, it's where tech companies try to test out their products and see the potential interest in them. So sometimes you find stupid shit, and we're going to talk about that here at the end, towards the end of the show. Some of the dumb stuff that was shown off at CES. But let us know in the comments of this YouTube video. You can also tweet at us, answer the question on Spotify, and also let us know in the live chat right now if you are joining us live. Green, I believe we have a little bit of housekeeping to do otherwise.
Housekeeping.
Yes, we do have housekeeping, don't we?
Yes.
I am trying to figure out how to. This is my first time using Gleam. Winners draw 10%, 100%.
Yeah, so this is the final winner of our holiday giveaways.
Yes, the first winner, the first or last. It's the first winner of 2022, last winner of the holiday giveaway.
Yes.
And there's two winners. Okay.
Okay.
We have a Broski,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and a Justin Sandler.
Wait. Why do we have two?
Because we had two
Should
codes.
No,
Well,
it's
it's
one person that gives. It's one person that gives
I
the
didn't
other
really
code to
word
their
it that
friend.
way though.
oh, okay. No, that's fine.
Oh,
You
okay.
ordered
Should
it
I?
on. We'll follow the rules that you set on Gleam.
Okay. All right. So trying to win FR for real on Twitter and Broski on Facebook.
All right.
Very nice.
I'll message you all out, and then I'll give you, let's say, 48 hours to respond, and then if you don't respond, then we'll draw it again,
We'll
and
draw
I'll
it again.
draw it. I'll keep drawing until we have like people who accept them.
Good
Yes.
call.
Yes. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the giveaways in December. Hopefully, you guys, if you won, hopefully you guys are enjoying the prizes, and hopefully your loved ones are enjoying the games with you. With that, I think we're ready just to jump right in, right?
Think so.
I think so, yeah.
Mendachi, I am
Hello.
very curious to hear about Raycons because they're one of those things that I see advertised all the damn time.
Mm-hmm.
Right, like if I watch a cynical reviews video, I see them there. If I watch a Count Dankula video, I see them there. They're just like everywhere, and I don't know anyone who's actually ever owned a pair, and so I'm very curious. So take it away. Tell me all about them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a mark, I guess you could say. I have heard about Raycons as well, just about everywhere, namely from a little gaming podcast, Cancel Super Beast, and it finally broke me down. But this is a pair of earphones that I had gotten for Christmas, and it was the perfect pair. Or perfect gift, I should say, for someone that listened to 72 days and 18 hours worth of media on Spotify alone last year, not including all of my audiobooks. Um, these earphones, which are the everyday earbuds from Raycon, this would be like their cheapest pair, which is $79.99 before tax and all that yada yada. Well, they boast about 8 hours of straight playtime and a wireless case that can charge the earphones about 3 or 4 times before also needing to be recharged, which is pretty insane. Um, a lot of wireless earbuds that I have had in the past usually go around, say, 5 to 6 hours, and then they are just dead. So hear me out when I say that I had pretty much never taken these earbuds out of my head over the course of a 10-hour day, and I never needed to recharge them. They never said that the battery was getting low. I don't know how close I was because I wasn't just going over to my phone and looking at my Bluetooth history and everything like that. So as far as handling and fun technical stuff, each bud controls specific functions with a different number of presses or held presses. So, say like pressing on the right earbud versus pressing on the left earbud. And this at first seems incredibly confusing, but I caught on and remembered which bud and method to use for each function. For instance, holding the right earbud for 3 seconds turns on what is called awareness mode, which turns off the noise canceling function so that you can hear your surroundings more clearly. It's pretty neat when you don't feel like pausing when someone's trying to talk at you, but in all seriousness, this sounds super great for someone who's running or biking or otherwise needs to hear what's going on around them while still being able to enjoy their tunes, podcasts, or audiobooks. There's a lot of cool functions here, including hollering at Siri if you're an iPhone user by hitting either bud 4 times, or holding your left earbud for 3 seconds to access and switch between any of the three sound profiles that come with them. You have balanced, bass, and pure sound, which kind of sound like buzzwords, but they do a lot of what they actually say. Balance is your factory state. There's no changes here. This is your default listening state. And it's fine. It works fine. However, Bass bumps, dude, like hard. It's all I use when I'm listening to music, and it makes me feel tingly inside. On the other side, pure sound is perfect for podcasts, for audiobooks, or quieter music. Like if you just want to listen to lo-fi hip hop, or you want to hear Stephen Fry read you a story, pure sound is absolutely perfect for that. So that being said, I've had my earphones in a ton over the course of like say the past 2-ish weeks, and for almost 10 hours straight at a time, my ears started to like really hurt. Like I got some bad ear pains. And then I decided I'm gonna go ahead and check out one of the other four sets of like silicone gel buds that you can put on your earphones, because that would be smart. And second pair, a little bit better, a little bit more comfy, a little bit more cushy. Third pair, and it was like my light in my eyes just like shone like the sun. My world around me changed. I couldn't hear anyone around me, realizing that awareness mode before wasn't really doing anything. Finding this like actual perfect fit meant that I could hear and feel every single note, as well as get the full experience that these earbuds were trying to give me from the get-go. And I almost felt robbed of the previous week from not having the perfect fit in. So definitely sit there, don't act like an excited child, and immediately put them in your head and then go screaming off into the distance. Actually sit down, try and get acquainted with them, and find out what set works for you, because it is a game changer. Having awareness mode on really does work. You don't know how much noise pollution that you're getting that's probably just making you listen to your music at a higher volume than you need, or you're otherwise not getting the most out of your experience until you have that perfect fit in there. And again, no ear pain after that. What do you know? Probably because I didn't have earphones jammed into my eardrums. So definitely do that, not just for a pleasure standpoint, but for a health standpoint too. A little secret, however, uh, I never turn on awareness mode because I do not care what you have to say, and I'm pretty sure I never will. Uh, it's really good. I kind of wish that I was always wearing these things and always listening to stuff, and I usually am. But these earbuds are the best thing that I've ever had in my entire life as far as any sort of listening goes. That beats out headphones, other earbuds, wired earbuds from I don't know, 98. You know, like they just don't actually get any better than this. And on top of that, you can take calls with these and it actually works. The microphones don't get like completely blown out by whatever else you're doing. You can understand what people are saying very clearly. They can hear you. And yeah, it just works, which is kind of a dumb take on it, but really and truly, every other time that I've had any pair of Bluetooth earphones or headset, whatever, the headset usually works because it has microphone. These actually work, which is pretty nice. So by far and wide, far superior to anything else I've ever had. They also say that they're water resistant, but that's mostly for sweat and if you're briefly in the rain. Though I highly recommend not wearing them on a water slide or submerging them in any way. I loved my Raycons. And I say that in the past tense because I was a terrible, bad poo poo man. And I put them through the washer and the dryer. I usually am so meticulous about putting them in the case, but this time I threw them in my pocket. I was probably just in a rush to get the hell out of work and get home and didn't think about it, and then was in a rush to do all my laundry at the last possible minute on Sunday. and I paid dearly for it. My left one got tore up, and my right one came out just fine. The battery and amp for my left one got straight up torn out, and there was no hope of repairing it. Believe me, I looked at it and I tried. Having such an awesome Christmas present taken away from me ruined my entire week, if not my month. That being said, I immediately went to their site to check out their warranties and everything like that, and it doesn't cover much. It's mostly your basic warranty, your normal everyday wear and tear, as well as factory defects. So if you open that boy up and they're fine and you put them in, that's it. Like half of your warranty is gone. That being said, I did order another set of Raycons, which kind of negates having them for Christmas, really. But I regret nothing. And I actually upgraded to their fitness earbuds, which are supposed to be a little bit more water resistant. And I also bought the year of protection for $8.99, which also covers me doing dumb shit like this in the future, which I severely need because apparently I'm a bit of a klutz. So, the everyday earbuds will take you back about $79.99, with the fitness earbuds being around $119.99. There are several coupons out there, like Name a Podcast, they have a discount code. They're usually around 15%. If you don't have any coupons from any podcast, you could also just sign up for an email newsletter. They'll give you 15% off your order and free shipping right then and there. You don't have to put in your first purchase or anything like that. They want to give you this discount right away. The discount code that's currently working, if you want 15% off and to try a pair of these amazing earbuds, BRG15. That's Beta Rabbit Gazelle 15. That'll take 15% off. When I
That's
got
not the
my
phonetic alphabet, sir.
Yeah, I know, I made up words. I made my own. Eat it.
That
It's what we're
hurts me.
having for
That
dinner.
hurts me mentally.
Beta Rabbit Gazelle. So yeah, I saved around $15 with that code, because it did take off the shipping as well. And I also got to do 4 easy payments because they work through, I believe it's a firm. If not that, then it's Klarna. But yeah, so I spent $23, and I'll spend $23 on my next paycheck, and I'll have brand new shiny blue earphones that sound awesome, and hopefully I don't ruin them like I ruined this pair. Because if you're like me and you're an audio junkie, this is the best thing that you can get yourself or somebody else that you love. I highly, highly recommend the Raycon earbuds.
Okay. So I've got some questions for you.
Sure.
Now, I have a set of Bluetooth headphones that I have for work, to like sit at my desk and stuff like that. But they're the Bluetooth headphones that like have like the wire, right? So they're not like completely separate.
Oh, they're connected around the back?
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a
Yes.
neck piece. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I have those as well. Are those skull candies?
similar quality, I'm sure.
Okay.
I think they're the JBLs. So, right, I have something like that. Have you ever had anything like that? Any of those like Bluetooth ones or athletic ones at all?
Yes, I have had so many sets of Bluetooth
Yeah.
earphones. I mainly get weirded out when I feel something on the back of my neck.
Mhm.
I don't know what that is, but I hate it. And so like those never really lasted too long with me.
Mhm.
Like I would almost rather go for a wired earphone that plugs into an aux port and I just drop it down the front of my shirt. Now that being said, we don't really have that leisure anymore with no aux ports. So
Hmm.
yes. So what's your question
So my
in
question
reference to those?
is that was that such an issue for you that you would rather get completely wireless? And it seems like you've already answered that question for me. So good job.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is that like originally when they started doing just completely wireless earphones, I was like, what is this weird ass gimmick?
Hmm.
And how well does this work? And um I have previously I had been using, I think it was like a 40 or $45 set of earphones from
Hmm.
Amazon, and I would constantly have weird ass issues where like one earphone would suddenly get desynced, and so there was just enough of a delay that it was almost like you had an overlay of sound over sound, so you're hearing it like twice,
Hmm.
but it also was never really like loud enough. None of the earbuds were really secure enough. The microphones sucked, and I ended up getting two pairs so that as soon as one went to dying, I could flip over to the other ones, and then I would typically have to go back to the other set before the end of the day.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
Um.
So I've had none of those issues. I should iterate. I have had zero of those issues that I had said about my other earphones with the Raycons.
Yeah.
They were constantly in sync. They never just disconnected for any reason. The audio quality was super consistent, and even with some podcasts that I listened to where they had their audio super low,
Hmm.
uh, it was pristine. And I work in a pretty loud environment, and it's been the best thing in the world.
Yeah. Okay. That was really my only question. Green, how
Okay.
about you?
Uh, so I have really small ear holes.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't really like earbuds that much. Uh, like how on a scale of comfortability, like where would you rate this at?
So the really nice thing is having those four extra sets of earbuds that are different sizes. They have a smaller set, or like aside from the factory set that comes in. I would highly recommend using that set if you think that you've got really smaller, like a lot smaller ears. What you're really looking for is just not being able to hear the outside world even before you turn anything on. Like you want everything muffled.
Fair enough. That's all
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah. That was kind of my big thing was I just kind of always had used whatever the factory sent with the earbuds, never having really changed them other than like if I'm like, oh, these are gross. You know what I mean? Like I'd grab
I I always
one
have
of
to
the
change
other
them to the
extra set.
smalls.
Yeah.
Always have to change them to the small ones, like the smallest ones I have.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then
Um,
come to find that like, oh, I've got some big ear holes.
because I'm looking for some headphones to take with me to the gym when I start going to the gym.
Hmm.
Because I got a gym bag for Christmas, so um, I want to go with music, and then I have the exact pair like style that Danny was talking about with the neck piece and then the wires that go up to the ear, but they're incredibly uncomfortable. And then I have they're on the ear headphones, which I feel like
Oh,
will
yes.
fall off.
Yeah, I have had those, and like I said before, because I listen to music so much, the kind of rubbing of the exterior piece against my outer ear is just too much, man. It hurts over time, and it kind of feels like it's gripping unnecessarily as well. So, I mean, I think what it comes down to is no one is supposed to listen to music that long or with earphones for that long. So, um, I don't know. Like if I had to refer something to you, though I don't have them yet, I would probably recommend the fitness ones because they're supposed to be more resistant to sweat.
Mm.
And I'm assuming that it's more or less the same thing. Oh, I think I remember what it is. They have extra cushion, I think it
Mm,
is for the ear. So that way like they don't put a whole bunch of pressure in there, but also when you put them in, they're going to stay there. So you don't really have to do the hassle and moving around. Oh yeah, that was another thing. My older ear set, if I had to stop and I had to talk to somebody, my jaw moving would wiggle my earphones out of my head and never had that with the Raycons.
interesting. Interesting. Okay. Anything else on Raycon headphones?
Not that I can think of.
The court is silent, sir.
Yeah. I guess the only other thing I was going to ask real quick for
Yeah,
gaming, would you use these for gaming? Yes or no?
I can actually ask that definite or answer that definitively. I have used these for gaming, but namely, it was on vacation. I had brought my Nintendo Switch, and so I was playing Metroid Dread, and Nintendo Switch had recently done the update for Bluetooth technology. I was able to easily sync up my Raycons, and I was able to hear how Metroid Dread was actually supposed to sound and not out of like a gross tablet speaker that is the Switch speaker.
Yeah.
If I had them say for if I wanted to use them with like my PC, I don't see why not. They're super duper clear, man, and I would say they're better than any mid-range headphone. For gaming, I would probably still want to splurge a shitload and get 360 sound in my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we competitive out here. We need to know who's firing them shots.
Yeah. And was there any sort of latency or delay with, because I have that with a lot of Bluetooth headphones, will be like a latency and delay.
Oh no,
No?
absolutely not. Like it's crazy, man. They're pretty much perfect.
Okay.
It's just the only hump that I would say people would have is learning how to switch the modes and use the different functions that the earphones present to you because there's different functions from the right phone to the left phone, different number of presses, or how long you press and hold for.
Yeah.
So obviously it comes with a guide. Read through that guide and play with them
Hmm.
for sure.
Cool. Uh, yeah, I think that's it for Raycons. Let's go on ahead and take a quick break. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Guys, we'll be back
Sounds
in
good.
2 minutes. Stay right there.
Sweet.
Hello, Danny is being lazy and has decided to have a text-to-speech robot record this message for you instead of doing it himself. He wants you to know that you can help support the show by telling your friends. Telling your friends about the show helps us grow and help more people save money while gaming. It's also free. You can tweet about us, share us on Facebook, or even send a message directly to your friends and family with a link to the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or leave a comment. That helps tell the algorithm that you like this kind of content and would recommend it. Thanks for watching and listening. The show will resume in just a few moments. P.S. Green Elite has bad taste in Pokemon.
And we're back, guys. Thank you for letting us take that break. And let's just keep rolling.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
We had CES 2022.
So much.
So much. Actually, there was actually like a decent amount. Like usually there isn't like a ton in our space for CES, but there was a decent amount here. It would this technically be a Green's Tech Corner?
I would say kind of.
All right, let's go on ahead and just hit the.
Green's Tech Corner.
Get in the corner.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I missed the bird with the eagle with the flames and stuff like that. That was so cool. You took that from me.
I
Yeah,
did. I'm
nerd.
sorry.
So I'm covering AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA. AMD showcased a new graphics card, the RX 6500 XT. which ships out January 19th with 16 gigabits of DDR6 memory, with an estimated MSRP of $199, which would be a very nice budget GPU for your PC. And it is also a very nice competition to the 3050 by NVIDIA that was also announced during CES at an estimated MSRP of $279. AMD also did a nice little teaser for their new socket CPUs, including the AM5 and Zen 4 architecture. So we're going to be seeing something a little bit later this year on the new and improved versions of AMD's CPUs, which I'm actually really excited about. AMD also announced a slew of mobile GPUs for the laptops, which should be very nice for mobile gamers looking to buy a new mobile rig. And that's all the RX lines as well. Intel introduced the 12th gen CPUs for laptops with 10 nanometer threading for gaming laptops and workhorse laptops. They also talked about 12th gen desktop CPUs with a total of 22 new processors, including a KS series that they are claiming will boost up to 5.5 gigahertz, which is pretty massive in terms of actual processing power. But that is, of course, what they're saying. Will we actually see that? Who knows? Arc Alchemist is also starting to be shipped out, and they are talking. They also talked about their AI upscaling tech called XE Super Sampling, or XESS, as well as Intel Deep Link, which pairs Intel CPU and GPUs to work together, much like what NVIDIA talked about a while ago with their memory. And then NVIDIA mentioned previously, they announced the 3050 budget GPU that will be shipping out later this month with an estimated $279 price tag. Hopefully a GPU that will not be picked up widely by scalpers. This is more of a budget entry. I heard from a few sources that it's supposed to be 8 gigs of DDR6. So we will know more once it gets closer to I believe it's the 24th when it starts shipping out.
Yeah. And related to your comment about the 3050 not getting picked up by scalpers and well, not scalpers, but miners. I know a lot of people were saying that this really shouldn't be something that miners are going to pick up.
No, I don't think miners will really touch this because it's more of a lower budget end.
Yeah.
And it's going to have like a lot of restriction on it for miners. This is mainly for like the budget at new entry GPUs, like someone who's just getting into like building or a budget friendly build.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be very effective for a miner to take the 3050s, especially with how low comparatively to like the 3060 or the 3070. And like sling them all on boards and try to have them mine coins. I feel like if we're gonna have issues getting this, it's gonna be because there's so little graphics cards to actually pick up at MSRP that the scalpers will pick it up and sell it at a profit, which I mean has been happening for the last almost 2 years. So hopefully it's not a huge bum rush, but we will see in less than 3 weeks. So
yeah.
NVIDIA, I've got a question quick.
Sure.
So if we don't want miners to pick these up, right? So like how old should you be to get one of these?
How old should you be?
That's not what we meant, and you know it.
Wow. NVIDIA
I had to do it to him.
You need to. You didn't need to. You just wanted to.
You don't need to do anything ever.
NVIDIA also announced the coming of a new big beefy boy in the form of the 3090 Ti, which will be toting 24 gigs.
You said that wrong.
What?
It's not the 30.
What did I say?
It's not the 3090 Ti. It's the 3090 Ti.
Oh my god!
It's Ti.
That's not what they said.
No, it's the TI.
That's not what
I
they
don't
said
care
in the
what
presentation.
I don't care what the Nvidia
That literally,
spokesperson
I
said.
took damage. I took damage from hearing Thai.
Yeah, no, it is TI. Um, and as I said, there were 24 gigs of DDR6 RAM, VRAM, which is massive. And they'll be discussing the card more later this month. I'm assuming that they're holding a like after CES showcase of their own, probably around the 24th ish when they release the 3050.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't gotten like an actual estimated MSRP, but it is probably going to be insane. More than likely going to be massive and extravagant and nearly unobtainable because of the price. So
Yeah.
I foresee this hitting like a 299.9
Mm-hmm.
at least. But I mean we'll see. Well, I think the 3090 MSRP at 1,599 when it was first announced.
Yeah.
So MSRP wise, we probably will see it at 1,999. But like to actually get your hands on it after scalpers pick it up and throw it up for a mint, and cause the market to inflate it, yeah, you'd be lucky if you get this for less than $3,000.
Yeah.
Oh,
In my mind.
Yeah. By the way, I saw someone selling a 2090 Ti for like $1,000 on our local Facebook marketplace.
Well, it's 2090 Ti, the elusive 2090 Ti.
Is it?
That's not even real.
Was it the Ti? I'm sorry. I think maybe it was it the 2080 Ti?
It'd probably be a 2080, which those were really
My bad.
expensive when they first came out, anyways.
Yeah, my bad.
But-
I misspoke on
No. It's
that. But
I thought you meant that I thought you were saying that they actually like marketed it as a 2090, because that would be hilarious.
I don't think they did, but I just remember seeing an old 20 series card being sold for what is probably now much above its market value, what it's supposed to be.
See,
Anyways.
when they announced the 30 series cards, we at the time were like, oh, cool. 20 series cards are not going to be as expensive, because the 2080 Ti was like the flagship 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was like the card to have. And then they announced that the 3070 would have like the same processing power as the 2080 Ti for like a fraction of the cost of a 2080.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, who can get their hands on these cards? So
Right.
no one.
I don't know. Hopefully we can get our hands on these. During this year. Intel had really high hopes, as we talked about about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
That the chip shortage should be lessening this year. So
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested in that 6500 XT card.
Yeah.
For like a bedroom PC, like my bedroom PC build.
Mm-hmm.
Because like as far as it sounds, that card will be better than the 3050 and cheaper at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I am all for Team Red.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about Razer?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. We got to see some cool
What do you have
stuff.
for Razer, Danny?
Yeah, so Razer had lots to show off, including an update to Project Zephyr, which, if you don't remember, last year, Project Zephyr was announced. What was the name that they're going with it?
Was it Project Hazel?
Project Hazel, yeah, which is it's their hyper engineered protective mask, N95 mask, that was RGBified, had a plexiglass over the mouth so people could see you speaking and stuff like that. The final version did not come out with a voice amplifier, But
Oh,
this version, the Zephyr Pro, will be bringing that feature back from pre-launch. So if you're looking at getting, if you're like Green, looking to get something to assist your fiance while she works as a nurse, this might be it. Razer also showed off a bunch of gaming laptops from their Blade series, including the Blade 14, 15, and 17, which are coming equipped with RTX 30 series cards up to the RTX 3080 Ti. You can find more details on sizes and stuff like that on their site and from other coverage. Project Sophia, a concept project, so this isn't guaranteed to come into market, is a gaming desk that will allow you to hot swap up to 13 different modules and reconfigure your desk for different setups. So very similar to how people have been doing like these PC desk builds, where they literally put a PC in a desk. This is kind of the same thing. But it has modules, hot swaps for different things, and it's going to be like all light up and gamerified. And then the other big thing that they announced was the Enki Pro Hypersense. It's a gamer chair with high fidelity haptics and integrates the Chroma RGB system into the headrest. So now your headrest can be all gaudy and shit.
right.
Hell yeah.
That's the perfect way to put it.
Razer actually caught some fire with the Zephyr face masks recently, though.
Oh yeah, what was the issue?
They were claiming on the website that it was N95 grade filters.
Oh,
but they were like people were like saying like, no, you can't get a true N95 grade filter like that. And so now they actually took it off their website and are no longer saying that it's N95. They are claiming the what's it, the BTE filtration, a 99% bacteria filtration.
Yes.
So I don't know. I still feel like this project should be honestly picked up by someone other than Razer or a company like with like-minded ideas on that mask, like a technology-based mask, and then push this for nurses for real.
Yeah,
Without the
because,
stupid RGB and shit.
yes, yeah, that's literally what I was gonna say. Is like there is no fucking reason to try and throw dumb RGB lights on it. Like it could be so helpful, so damn helpful, but I don't.
For bedside nursing, yeah, this would be would be an amazing project. You don't need RGB. I mean, maybe to light up your mouth so people can read your lips and stuff like that.
Right.
But like to bring comfort and voice amplification to bedside nursing, while keeping nurses safe, because the CDC doesn't give a fuck about the nurses being safe anymore.
Right.
Like that's I think they need to focus on that instead of like putting this out to people who are like, oh cool, I have this mask, it has RGB. Now I get 40 frames per second more in my IRL life. Like,
oh my god,
it's I don't know. I feel like this is such a miss at this point.
agreed. It really does feel like it can get added to the pile of products businesses came out with during the pandemic to make money.
Exactly. It's such a waste of potential to me.
Yeah. So moving on from Razer to Sony, Sony announced that they will have a new PSVR system, the PSVR 2, which is going to offer 4K HDR experience with up to 120 hertz, a 110 degree field of view, and it's all going to be on OLED. It will also offer a headset feedback, which will amplify in-game sensations, eye tracking, 3D audio, and a new PSVR 2 Sense controller. They also showed off a new Horizon Zero Dawn spin-off game standalone for the unit, which, if you're a big fan of Horizon Zero Dawn, that's something for you to check out. So here's the fun part of CES. Let's talk about the stupid shit.
Yeah.
I have one stupid thing that I want to talk about. that I'm just gonna go on ahead.
Yeah.
And I'm going to. You know what? No, I'm not gonna apologize to the French. Nah, I'm not gonna apologize to the French for butchering this word. La verte, la vertre,
I would say Lovertray.
la
Yeah.
vertre, lavatory. It's a French startup. They showed off a full-size mirror-esque device that lets you telecommute and video conference with your coworkers. Like it's some sort of Harry Potter-esque magic
Uh-huh.
mirror. You literally knock on it like a door to start a call. It's always on, but for privacy, you can have it blurred. Because that sounds like a great idea to just let your coworkers see inside your home at all times ever. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is
Apparently
for.
it's
Good.
I was gonna say apparently it's pronounced vite.
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 Vite. La
Yep.
vite.
La vite.
But yeah, I don't know who this is for, except for creepy, invasive. You know who this is for? Who is it? Who is that Ubisoft executive?
It's gonna get like it's gonna get code for chatterbait.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Once it
man.
launches, so this was like, oh, next, knock knock. Hello. Full naked, like
Full-
just spread on the
Yep.
on their bed.
Yep.
Who's
You knock and it's just someone doing a naked handstand and they just like spread their legs into like a Y shape and they
Oh,
just start
hello.
walking at you.
I didn't see you there. Welcome to my humble abode.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like, I get the idea. Like, like mentally, it sounds like a neat idea. Is it something that we actually need?
no?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Just build a smart mirror with a Razer Pi or a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah. You know, sad thing that could happen though, guys, is like what if pandemic never end and then it's like this is how you hang out with your friends.
Oh.
You knock on your dumb portal door and they just like phase in. You're like, "Hey man, want to play chess?" And they just like point at game pieces on the table for you to move them.
Mirror,
That's-
mirror on the wall. Crack open a brewski with my boys.
Yep. Exactly. Show me what my homie up to though.
This I don't know. I just see this as like a way for your boss to sexually harass you at home. That's all I see this as. It'll be a favorite of Activision Blizzard managers.
Yeah. yeah.
Mendachi, what was a stupid thing you saw?
Okay, so it's kind of funny because it's a stupid thing masked as a cool thing, right?
Okay.
Quantum.tv. Did you guys catch this at all?
No,
Maybe.
not at all.
Okay, so a quantum dot on paper comes out like with as if it performs better than say OLED TVs. So quantum dot basically has a higher brightness, longer lifespan. You can do bigger screens with it, and it's cheaper than OLED TVs. It's supposed to kind of smash in the refresh rate and deliciousness that you get with a plasma TV, along with the brightness and color ratios that you do with an LED TV. The only thing is, like, that sounds awesome. Like, okay, so it's cheaper and it looks prettier. Yeah. Other than the fact that in order to make a quantum dot TV, you need an actually like I would say more than semi concerning amount of carcinogenic materials, including cadmium, which will then be heated up to a higher, I guess, heat because they do take quite a bit of energy to kind of make this kind of go and do the thing. So it also begs to say this would probably, after it's done being up in on your wall or in your home or whatever, and you have to dispose of it, how the fuck do we get rid of it? Either way, cadmium is it's definitely in the book owned by the Cancer Awareness Organization that kind of is like, hey, this is a carcinogenic material that can, you know, give you fucking cancer, and we don't know what it's gonna like what its effects are as far as long term goes of being on and hot and just projecting into your home. So that's cool. So cancer TVs coming to you from CES 2022. Solid shit.
It can't be worse than the 5G, man.
Yeah, bro, Wi-Fi turned me into a RAM man. Now I only buy RAM vehicles.
Damn. Green.
The weirdest one I saw was a it's called the Agami Ham. It is a plushy dog toy, like robot thing that like put your finger into its mouth and then it nibbles on your finger.
Aw,
It's supposed to be stress reducing and stuff like that.
I don't know about that.
So I don't know. Sure. Yeah.
That's highly suspect.
yeah. I don't know who has a weird a fetish of getting their fingers bit by a plushie toy, but I don't know.
You know, I can think of an alternative use for it.
Oh no!
That might be some stress relief right there.
Oh
no.
You can't tell me that's not the first thing you thought of.
I think mine was
wasn't gonna
alongside
say
dreams.
it.
Yeah,
I
like,
wasn't gonna say it, Danny. You are the one that went there.
I don't know about that.
Okay, so let's get on to the cool things, which I have. I feel like I'm gonna go on ahead and just steal this from you guys. The BMW color changing paint on the iX M60.
They've been talking about that for fucking years.
But it's cool though.
It is pretty cool. So it's not actually color changing paint. It's e-ink panels on the vehicle that change colors.
Yeah, isn't that like the same stuff from like the Kindle?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, which I was listening to the WAN show from Linus Tech Tips yesterday as they were covering it. And it sounds like e-ink panels are actually pretty fucking pricey when you get like full color ones, and they don't scale well. Like you can get like smaller ones for cheap, but like the more you scale up, it gets way more expensive, I guess. But I mean, the idea is cool, and the fact that they're actually putting it into practice is cool. Hopefully, they keep it. Hopefully, this makes it to market. I think it is. I think it is. They are fully intending on this making it to market. But yeah. As cool. I will also say, Luke had a great idea for there's like a heist movie, right? This is like got to play a part in a heist movie, in an Oceans or a Fast and the Furious movie. Because now it's plausible. Green, what was something cool you wanted to talk about from CES?
Oh, there were so many different things. Do you also know that they had a sex toy thing at CES?
Is that right?
Like there was some sex toys at CES. But that's for a different podcast.
Didn't they have like they had some pretty realistic looking androids too.
Yeah, the Android was pretty interesting. There was what I thought was pretty cool was the smart dog collars with the GPS. Yep. I think there was two of them. One was Invoxia. I think the coolest for me would probably be there was the shingles. You could buy the shingles. They're solar power shingles. For collecting solar energy for your home, or either that or the dog collars. And there was a snow bike. I don't know if you saw that.
What?
Yeah, it's you remember the sleds? Like every family had like a sled that had like a ski on the front and then a ski on the sides, and you could sit on it and go down. It's essentially that, but a motorized fucking snowmobile track on the back, and then the front is like a ski. It's like a fucking snowmobile, but a snow bike. It's called the moon bike. and it's all electric. So
Mendachi, how about you?
Like real quick before I talk about what was cool, I feel like this whole show was just filled with things that didn't quite make it into Bond's repertoire. Like he's like walking around and he's just like, well, that looks fucking stupid. I wouldn't use that. That looks like a terrible bicycle. Shit like that. Anyway, my whole thing was actually that Invoxia dog collar, not really for the sake that it can actually like monitor your dog's like respiratory systems as well as cardiac systems, but it actually has built-in GPS and comes with an app where you can track them. Being that when we got Nico, our Shiba, right at the start of the pandemic, he was a little dumb doggo, and he jumped straight out of my car before we were going to go for a walk, and he ran away for 3 days. And I don't know if you know this, but Shibas are really fast. So yeah, it would have really helped a ton. Not that I could have caught him anytime sooner. We had to trick him to coming home. But I think that this collar, if it's even remotely inside people's price ranges when it does drop, which I believe is supposed to come out later this year.
Summer 2022, and it looks like a price tag of $99.
Okay, yeah, like that's fine. That's totally doable. Like that's something that I would throw on him. He never runs away from me anymore. He will literally hop out of the car and then he will wait for me. And if we're home, he goes upstairs and sits by the door and will not move until I get next to him. So we trained him after that. That's for sure. But no, yeah, like that was definitely the coolest thing. To me anyway.
Excellent. You guys want to get into deals of the month?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Dope.
Deals of the month.
All right, let's talk deals of the month. Starting with Twitch. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Origin ends February 2nd, so claim that if you haven't played that yet. Green, you've played that, right?
Such a good game. I fucking love it. If Twitch is giving it to you for free, pick it up. It is fantastic. It's amazing.
Thank you for
Would
answering my
recommend.
question.
Would recommend. I think when I reviewed that, I was like, it was a 9 out of 10 or something
Yeah.
like that. I fucking loved it. It was great.
Next is Total War Warhammer, which ends on February 1st, which someone, I think probably Mendachi, just told me that the sequel drops in the same month.
Yeah,
Talk
it's
about
like
it.
it's gonna be like literally within 3 weeks of that, I think.
Okay, so get your taste of Total War Warhammer before the new game drops. I
I
like.
believe it was the 17th
Yeah.
of February.
Holy cow.
World War Z Aftermath ends on February 7th. Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy ends on February 1st. WRC FIA World Rally Championship ends on February 1st. Abandoned Ship ends on February 1st. Paper Beast, February 1st. In Other Waters, February 1st. 2 Point Hospital, February 1st. Decent selection of games from Twitch Prime. Or Amazon Prime Gaming, whatever the fuck they call it. See, this is why you
Right.
don't change branding names halfway through or like ever, because I will never like not say what it was. Humble Bundle, Dead of Winter bundle until February 11th. Which actually I don't know what's in that. Let me grab it real quick. And then there's the Ultimate Fishing bundle as well, which I have a
have
feeling.
that.
What's that?
Dead of Winter, I have that up actually.
Yeah, what's in it?
It is Golden Light, a Dead Estate, White Day, a Labyrinth named School, White Day VR, the Courage Test, the Paynes Creek Killings, Daymare 1998, and Friday the 13th, the game. Friday
Okay.
the 13th.
And then Fanatical, a couple of the bundles you can pick up right now. Platinum Collection, starting at 3 games for $10. You can also get the wow. This is why you don't do things Like, this is why you don't multitask, because you can only full ass one thing at one time. You can't half ass two things at one time.
Can
It's a
I
lesson
full
for all
ass
of
you,
you.
Danny?
You can full ask me any day you want. It was, I believe it was the build your own bundle. For $1, starting at $1, you can get up one game or 10 games for $5. That's available right now on Fanatical. Mendachi, what do they got going on PlayStation?
Hello. PlayStation's got a couple actually like decent, fun, neat things. If you have a PS5, you can grab Demon Souls for 43% off. This is all part of their January sale, which I think ends in like less than a week. Otherwise, Returnal, if you've been curious about that little roguelike, I would grab that. Marvel's Avengers has their Endgame edition on sale for 55%. That's with the PS5 and PS4 version. Buying the PS4 nets you the PS5 version. Um, or if you're an Assassin's Creed fan, I would highly recommend their mythology pack, which you get Assassin's Creed Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. That's like probably close to 400 hours of gameplay for $47.99. And Odyssey is a fantastic game. Otherwise, there's a lot of kind of like mixed stuff there. They're really pushing Hitman right now for some reason as well, but I would definitely give that a look. See, they've probably got like 22 pages of sales. I am, however, happy to bring you the Nintendo sales, which, in my opinion, actually beat out the PlayStation sales. Um, Currently, they have their New Year's sale going on, and if you have ever played a Shin Megami Tensei game, the newest one, Shin Megami Tensei 5, is only $41.99. That literally came out like, I don't know, 3 months ago? November. But yeah, highly recommend that. Otherwise, they've got Dead Cells for $12, Dragon Quest Builders 2 for 34, and the Castlevania Advance Collection for $14.99, and lastly, Spiritfarer for $14.99, which is literally 50% off, and that was, I think, nominated for quite a few awards last year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think you are.
Heyo, but yeah, they have tons of super cool stuff actually. But yeah, like just go check it out. It's probably the best sale that they've had in probably a year.
Nice. Green.
Yeah. Xbox Games Pass. Games coming January 2022. So now, you can catch Gorogoa on cloud console and PC. Olja. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Waluigi board?
I don't know if it's. I don't. Is that how you spell Ouija?
What, Luigi board?
How do you spell Ouija?
Isn't
Like a Ouija board.
Isn't it Ouija?
Yes.
Okay, this is not the same. This is wait. Olija.
Olja?
Semi-lingual.
It's
Like, what the fuck?
Olija. Oh, and then the Pedestrian, which all come to cloud, console, and PC on January 4th. January 6th for console and PC comes Ember and the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Also on January 6th for cloud, console, PC is Outer Wilds. January 13th for console and PC gets Spelunky. Console and PC January 13th also gets the Anacrusis. I'm messing up today.
The Antichrist.
No, it's Anacrusis. The Anacrusis. I know. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce that. Nobody Saves the World on console and PC January 18th. Paparazzi on console and PC January 20th. Windjammers also on January 20th for console and PCs. Rainbow Six Extraction and Rainbow Six Siege come to console and PC on January 20th. There are also a few games that are leaving on January 15th, including Kingdom Hearts 3 for console.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah, wah.
Womp womp. Okay. Not bad for this month. Certainly, were there any other sales or anything like that we wanted to mention?
That I can think of.
You know, if we did miss anything, you know where people can find it later?
What? Where?
Probably on their Twitters.
That's right. You guys
And
can follow Next to Nothing PC on Twitter, where we'll be posting sales ongoing. So you guys can always stay up to date.
And
It's a
there's also
service-
another social media platform called the Facebook.
That's true. That's very true. So, yeah. Was there anything else that we wanted to?
Not that I can think
mention?
of.
All right, let's go on ahead
we
and
go,
wrap
dog.
up the show this week then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Greenlee, what do you got
Shoy.
going on for your channel?
I'm going to be pumping out TikTok videos. I'm going to be playing some Hunt Showdown because I absolutely adore that game. And I'm going to suffer more at the hands of Tarkov and the Cheeky Breakies and the Scavs and PMCs that just absolutely slap me out of nowhere in a bush somewhere. Which is fun. It's fun. It's great. It's fun. I'm not in denial. It's fun.
Happy pain.
It's happy pain. And you can catch that all on twitch.tv/Mr. Greenlee. We also have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, YouTube, all the fancy things, all the social media platforms, including the OnlyFans that I posted 2 whole things to. Subscribe for free. No lewdness, but come to my OnlyFans. You don't actually have to come to my OnlyFans. It's just a joke.
Oh.
It's real. It's just a joke.
Mendachi, what do you got going on?
I got a couple things going on, man. I've been getting hoard into that Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and it has been an absolute blast. So we'll be continuing that Friday night. Might be doing some of that on Saturday, maybe on Sunday if we've got some time. Otherwise, I will be playing It Takes Two with my lovely fiance, and we'll see if we still feel like getting married by the time that we beat it. Otherwise, you can hear how that ends up by following me on Twitter over at Mendaci, MENDACII_TTV, and you'll also see all the other random shit that I get up to. And I've been sharing a lot of really sick ass indie games that I'm hoping to have some free time for. Ooh, yeah, I will be actually streaming one tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Stray Souls that I had previously talked about, that a few people in chat may have actually gotten to see me play before. They just announced that they had an update. So we'll be checking out the updated demo, which apparently has better logic and better looking foliage than last time. So yeah, super duper excited to check that out, and maybe we can talk about it on the next to nothing episode.
Excellent. Coming up on my channel, not exactly sure. PUBG is supposed to be going free like tonight. So I'm hoping to get my hands on that and see where PUBG is at now that it's free. Otherwise, Hunt Showdown and possibly some Outer Worlds on Sunday. Otherwise, you guys can find me on Twitter and TikTok at Danny K and Danny K Media, respectively. You can also find me find the podcast on YouTube at Danny K Media. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up.
Hear me out, dude.
Solid.
Yeah.
Super People is on Steam.
Oh,
And it is PUBG with superpowers.
I
We-
did
But I
get
also
to
have
see our
PUBG.
buddy. I got to see our buddy Mangalore playing a little bit of that, and that looks hectic as hell. I'd love to check it out.
We can try that out here in the next coming weeks. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up the show this week. Thanks for watching and listening. If your time with us is always appreciated, but of course, we're not just interested in your time. We also want to hear from you as well. So on any of the topics that we discussed this week, go on ahead and let us know what you think. You can reach out to us on Twitter, or you can even just let us know in the comments on YouTube. We do have a question of the week. The question of the week this week being, what is the dumbest thing you saw at CES 2022? So go on ahead and let us know. You can also answer that question on Spotify. If you guys missed any part of the show, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and everywhere podcasts are found. If you guys want to catch us live, you can do that every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/DannyK, DANIECAE. If you guys like what we do, you guys can drop a like or subscribe, ring that bell. That really does help us out a ton. If you really want to take it to the next level, though, really, like, this is like top tier shit. Like, we kiss everyone who does this. You can tell your friends about the show.
Aw.
No joke. I saw Mendachi. Someone shared the show with a friend the other day. Mendachi
Mhm.
gave them full on beard kiss.
Yes. Big smooches. They had to pick beard out of their teeth for like days.
Yeah. So if you guys want that, go on ahead and share the show with your friends. Guys, that's gonna be it. Until next week, stay safe, stay healthy, keep fighting the good fights, and we'll talk to you guys again next week. Bye.
Take care.
Love you.